Well, my name is Peter Masikwe, from a diverse family, very huge. My dad, may he so rest in peace, Joseph Masikwe, my mother, Yasa Masikwe, who is currently in the United States. We were 8 children, 5 girls and 3 boys. My elder brother currently is sick in Lofa. My younger brother passed away back in 2020. And then, unfortunately, I also lost my elder sister and the last born. So we reduced to 5. So we have 2 boys and 3 girls. Currently, I'm the last born in the family. I'm married to Jerusha Masikwe, who got married back in 2019. We've been together for a little over 13 years prior to tying the knots here in Liberia. We have several cousins and nephews and several others, family members. And that's why I say we're diverse and huge. So it's pretty much of me, family history. Kids not yet. We don't have no children yet. We're still waiting on God's time. And pretty soon, baby will be crying. My nephew and nieces, they are all on my trust fund. We help them with schoolings and feedings, take care of their personal needs. Because in Liberia, people find it very difficult in terms of getting employment. And other people who did not prepare career-wise kind of get caught up with the system. So yes, we do take care of our families, our nephew, our nieces, our uncles, our aunties. That's what we've been doing, and we take pride in doing it because God bless us in a unique way, and through my wife and I, we're able to support our family. I'm here from Lofa, from Lofa County. I've been there twice. My first visit was 2008 and the second 2009 since I was born. My dad he from the Pele side. He speak Pele and Loma because they here from Osukamu town. It's a little town in Yamakoli, Zosa district. That's where they're from. It was interesting to know that I never had the opportunity to visit that area by neither my mom or my dad because my mother from Maryland side, Plebo. So she speaks Gribble, but because she spent all level with my father, she even speaks the Loma and Pele more than the Gribble. But she speaks 3 dialects. I don't speak anything because I never had the opportunity to live with my grandparents. Well, I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian. I'm not attached to a particular church. For some reason, when I was in Liberia before migrating to the United States, we went to the Assembly of God, where I began my elementary and pushed on my junior high education. So my mom and dad, my mom was an usher in our church. My dad was there for a very long time, even from the time we were born. So we all grew up going to the Assembly of God. But I started going to the Baptist church when I met my wife. Even in the United States, we do visit the Baptist church, at times the Methodist church, depending on the time we woke up from bed because of distance. And so I'm a Christian. I started my primary education in early 2000s. But then I was still with my parents in the Wukan area, attending the Assembly of God Mission School from ABC all the way to 6th grade. And then things began very tough because my dad, he was just an ordinary carpenter. Most often he would do humanitarian work for people by building their houses without signing any legitimate contract. People took advantage of his kindness. They would not pay his salaries. So he found it difficult. And my mother too, being a very strong woman, she has to go to the market to sell local produce, the grains. She alone couldn't do everything. So some of my brothers and sisters dropped out of school because they couldn't make it to do anything. Things did not work out as I thought. I was with my uncle from 6th grade all the way to 12th grade, helping them produce, working on the farmland, but still no one was able to help me. I fought my way through from the Kalita High School, from 7th grade until I graduated. I've been on scholarship, either playing soccer, preparing the school for parade, on gala day event, for reading the school news on national radio station, organizing press event for them. That's how I was able to build off myself. And then I was able to graduate back in 2008. But prior to my graduation from high school, I was able to also enroll into several vocational training programs. Like we had the GIFT Institute that was proudly sponsored by former President George Weah. I was able to obtain a certificate in journalism, and also within that same year, my late brother, because he participated in the Civil War, so he benefited from the DDR program. They had the tickets, so I was able to purchase one of his tickets to go to the computer school. So before I graduated from high school, I was already a practicing journalist and also have computer skills. And then team wasn't so easy. I started as an intern with the Renaissance Communication, and at the same time raising funds to enroll into the university, of which I did back in 2010, 2011. I enrolled into the African Methodist Episcopal University, where I only went to school for 2 semesters when I had the opportunity to migrate to the United States. So in the United States, I went to Berkeley College. It's one of America's prestigious School of Business, where I graduated in 2016 with a bachelor degree in business administration, and with a specific reference on international marketing. So I did that like I did in Liberia from my high school days, not only depending on high school diploma. I also decided to transition as a former journalist. I decided to pursue more education, but not getting master or PhD. I decided to go into the insurance sector. So prior to my graduation from college in the United States, I went to the insurance school, obtained my professional license. So I was already a career person as of 2016 while working under the eyes of the graduation hall. So so much so good. I have a bachelor degree in business. I'm a professional insurance agent with over 10 years of experience in the business. Well, it was pretty much easy for me. To other people, it was difficult. When I say easy, prior to migrating to the United States, I did extensive research. Through my research, I got to understand that America is a career state. Not PhD or master degree will help you get financial freedom in the United States. You must have a career. Be a mechanic, electrician, electrical engineer, insurance broker, real estate dealer, a real estate agent, whatever profession, you must be a professional person. So when my wife and I migrated to the United States, we temporarily stayed with my cousin. I gave her the affidavit of support when we wanted to visit the visa program. And we lived with him for 6 months. It wasn't easy. We had our heads up. The first thing we did was to obtain driver license, and we started moving from work to work. It was easy to get our first job. We both worked at the same place for several years, and then moved to our own apartment. But what drove my passion and success in America is consistency. I remained consistent in what I wanted to do. I was prayerful about it. I was very patient. Things did not come fast as I wanted it, but because I had my mind made up, I was very consistent in what I wanted to do, and I became successful. And I think that's the only medicine I use to become successful in the United States, of being consistent, being focused in what I wanted to do, which was to become an insurance broker when I made a decision back in 2012 when I was in school. So that's the only thing. And through that, I was able to grow a grassroots business from scratch from 2016. And now up to 2024, we have over 87,000 clients, licensed in about 20 states within the United States. I have about 2 full-time employees with other contractors that run our professional services to our firm. We're doing well.
How can young business enthusiasts be inspired by your story?
Well, first of all, they have to realize that they are privileged to be in the United States. You know, not everybody have the opportunity to go to the United States, that many people refer to as heaven on earth, or the greatest countries on earth. But living in the United States You have to be determined. You have to be focused in order to succeed. So I just wanted to look at where they are now and where they want to be in the next 5 years. And then they have to do research like I did on what career path suit them. Let me tell you something. I believe in education, but with what I have witnessed, stories I have listened to on other people that have been in the United States for 45 years, 30 years, 25 years, with other master degree, you better get a career. There are so many careers opportunity in the United States that you don't even need financial aid to enroll into. Like in my case, it cost me only $350 to enroll into the insurance school, $40 to take my state license. Today, I'm successful. You can be me. You don't have to learn insurance. You don't have to be a real estate broker. There are so many other fields, like I mentioned, electrical engineering, cosmetology. You could be a road engineer. You could be a geologist. Whatever you want to be, that's a grab. And don't just only live in America and forget about your people back home. Liberia has an open economy that is very open, that is virgin. I think they can also tap into that aspect. If you can't make it in America, I believe you can make it in Liberia, where you can do whatever you want and succeed. So, I mean, that's my only advice I have for our people in the diaspora, or even those who live in Liberia who think that government should do everything. I live in the United States. I have not received one assistance from the American government. Are there assistance available? Yes. Are people benefiting? Yes. But once I'm living, I'm physically strong and can read and write, I don't need government assistance. Run your own business. Do what you got to do to succeed. And that's what we want Liberians to do. You have to have that entrepreneurial mindset in order to succeed. Forget about America. Even those who live in Asia, people living in Europe and other parts of the world, you cannot live paycheck to paycheck and say, well, you're going to get rich or be financially independent. You have to be, you have to have that basic mindset in order to move forward. And that's the key, and that's what we did. I was inspired by former President George Weah. Like I mentioned, I see him as a role model in one sense, for the fact that he came from nowhere. His story, like mine, my poor father, my poor mother, no support for anywhere. I had to choose my own career path that I built on to be successful and serve as a breadwinner for my family. So when President Weah visited the United States back in 2019 from the United Nations General Assembly, we met him at the Rockefeller Center in New York through the kind courtesy of my colleague, Wesley Yana, CEO of Shinta OBA. And we had a friendly discussion. I drew a basic proposal for Liberia to have their own state plan insurance where Liberian citizens, both people working in government and people who cannot afford, to obtain at least third-party insurance. That way, government could generate $4 to $5 million per annual through the revenue collection. And President Weah encouraged every one of us to come back home and invest. He said that the country was open to everybody. And it was interesting to know that not many Liberians took advantage of that. And don't get me wrong, there are several Liberians doing well in Liberia, but they're working in silence. Many people don't know them. They pass through third party, some of them doing it directly. But I was inspired by the call of the president to come back, that government cannot do all. Even the United States that we live in, the private sector drives the United States economy. The private sector represents about 85% of the United States economy. That's how America runs, not government. So I was so happy when we received the invitation to come back home, and we did that. We started the move in 2020 when we secured our first facility in the Nizo area to open a Jesse Bar. Even though I had no intention to open entertainment, I actually wanted to expand my insurance brand to Liberia, but we were unsuccessful because of some bureaucracy that existed at the Central Bank of Liberia that have the regulatory authority to issue licenses. So we met our requirements at the time, Imagine the president calling us to come home and invest. We took the call, came down, answered the call, came down, and people couldn't allow us to work because they felt threatened by our presence in the sector. So because we were denied issuance of our license to operate, we decided not to take the money back home. We still had Liberia at heart because there's thousands of young people, if not millions of young people that don't have job. Government only have the capacity to provide job for little over 60,000 people. What becomes of the rest of the people? So we said, you know what, we will brainstorm and we'll still come back. And we decided to venture into the culture and tourism, specifically the entertainment side. We started Jesse Bar in 2020. We hired about 50 persons. July 22nd, this is going to make 3 years in Liberia. And now we are at the Jesse's Lodge facility where we have expanded so huge with even more employees currently working for us. So, I mean, that's where I got my inspiration to come back home because Liberia is our country. We go to Ghana, we go to Nigeria, we go to South Africa. We talk about all the countries is beautiful. But citizens of those countries are developing their country. So we have to, we Liberians are in the diaspora or even living in Liberia but have the financial means to do something. I think we can invest in our country and help to provide jobs opportunity to our brothers and sisters out there. I mean, they just have to be themselves. They have to look at somebody in the surrounding who is doing well and learn from them. I mean, I'm open. Whenever I have the opportunity to engage the young people, I always preach the power of career education. Don't get me wrong, go to school, get your diploma, get your bachelor degree, but get yourself a career. There are many professional schools, vocational schools across Liberia and also across the world. Attend one. Get a professional license. Build on that and expand. Take advantage of social media. Give yourself beautiful branding. Social media make us what we are today. They make us. If you post anything on Facebook today, everybody sees it. How about creating a professional profile of yours on LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, or whatever digital platform that is available and move forward. That's how you sell yourself. But it is heartening to see many young people who chose to be politicians by supporting politicians who don't have any dream or any plan for their own sustainability. Your success comes from within your very self. You have to be willing. You have to look at the environment. You have to align with good people. Even the very politician who wants you to do something, you have to tell them what you want. You have to come in with your demand, make a demand. If they really believe in you, they will definitely come forward. That's why I don't support no politicians. I don't support politicians. I don't attend political rallies. I don't wear campaign t-shirts. Because politicians, they are liars. They don't do nothing for anybody. So young people up there listening to this show, you have to be motivated by something. There are a lot of careers up there. If you are a beautician or if you know how to braid hair, do it with passion. If you can sell cold water, open your shop, brand it with your own brand, sell cold water. Let people know you as a cold water guy or the cold water girl. Let me tell you something. There's a lady called Pepper Color Girl. I was in the States, I saw it on Facebook. And people started bullying her on what she said color. It was interesting to know that lady from the States of Pepper Color even make more money than people who sit in government office. You should be proud of her. She's not on the street checking forms or maybe doing prostitution like other people allegedly doing. She's doing something. And I think young people should emulate her example or the example of other young people doing something. It's not easy. Trust me, you're not going to make it in 1 year or 2 years' time. Maybe you'll be successful in 1 year, 2 years, but you just have to be consistent in what you want to do. And that's my word of encouragement to our young folks living in the United States, living in Europe, living in Asia, living in Liberia. You have to be very focused on what you want to do. Choose your career path and pursue it. Well, I love soccer. I mean, I played soccer during my prime days, but since I got injured, I never played soccer for the past 14 years. But I do watch the game, and my favorite team is Barcelona. I do watch the Italian Serie D. I follow Juventus. In the U.S., I follow Inter Miami because of Lionel Messi. I mean, I love PSG as well, but those are teams that I follow. I mean, I only watch soccer when they play. I don't watch soccer. And then I love basketball a whole lot. My favorite team is the Los Angeles Lakers. I watch almost all of their games. I do sometimes watch pro wrestling events. But pretty much, I focus all my time, my passion media is working. I work almost 16 hours per day, every day, Monday to Sunday. And that's my main passion. It keeps me off trouble, keep myself busy, spend some time with my family, and that's what I do. What I noticed coming up, we had a terrible upbringing because of the Civil War. I mean, I witnessed the Autopause, I witnessed World War I, World War II in the early 2000s. So there was nothing much. But what happened then at the time was you had young people like me at the time. We were passionate about education. We wanted to do something that would catch our society. I'm 37 years old now. Imagine not being a college graduate until I was already 28 years old or something, because it took me 3 years before I got my degree in business. I was already 24 when I went to America. So right now, things have changed. We are in the 21st century with the help of technology. You have a lot of young people learning a lot on YouTube, Facebook, and they are transitioning. They're trying to adapt with the Western world. It was interesting to know that kids now, because the country is stable, there's no war, they have international school system that people teaching, they use digital education or digital means to educate them. A 4-year-old now in Liberia know how to browse the iPad. I never had that opportunity, to browse the iPad. I mean, we never had the use of smartphone at the time. And it was here, but it was, maybe you have to be from a wealthy background before you obtain one. So things have changed greatly. And with the changes now in the digital world, the young people are learning a whole lot, and they are doing well. And I just want to encourage them to continue to be who they are, try to learn new things. You don't have to live in America before you succeed. You don't have to live in Asia before you succeed. You can succeed right in Liberia by doing the right thing. Develop yourself. Be a business person. If you're not a businessman, provide consultancy somewhere on your career, and you will definitely succeed. Forget about government. The only responsibility the government have is to provide, is to make sure the economy is better for everybody, is to make sure that we are not at war, there's no gun sign everywhere, the country is peaceful. And I think I would tell you Liberia is one of the most peaceful countries on earth. I mean, I've never listened to any horrible instances where people going to school shooting students, people going to church doing mass killing. This is our country, and we need to promote it to the fullest. I feel safe. I've been in Liberia for almost 3 months. My wife been here for about 7 months. We drive ourselves around. I just went Grand Cayman County. I drove in the jungle by myself, no security. Nobody harmed me, and I had a good time. So I think it's about time that we, the young people, will take our country to another level by talking positivity instead of negativities. Forget about Joseph Barker. Forget about George Weah. Those people have lived their life. It's all about you. Your destiny lies in your hands. And I mean, that's all I can say to them. Jesse Lodge is a multi-purpose entertainment facility. It's where all young little comes to network. There's something called social networking. You can be on your billiard table and connect with somebody that you never met before. That's what we do here. At Jesse Lodge, we have 3 swimming pools. We have our commercial pool, the VIP pool, and the one for kids. Because we realize that in Liberia, everybody doing business because why? They want to survive, which is not bad. But they are forgetting the children. If you go to many entertainment places, you see kids below 17, even below 5, they're watching the other parents drinking alcohol, which is unacceptable. There's no upbringing. So at Jesse Lodge, we decided to separate kids' entertainment from adult entertainment. If you go further down on the other side, we have an indoor playground that will be for kids. We also have a sitting area for them. We have a caretaker that monitors those children, they also have their swimming pool down there. That way, kids not supposed to drink alcohol. They are eating their ice cream, eating their popcorn, drinking their fresh juices, and having fun time. Adults are up here. They're drinking the alcohol, having adult conversation. That's what we do here. People use our facility for many purposes. They use it for wedding receptions, private meetings, conferences, private birthday parties. They come here, just hang by the sport bar. They play the pool tables, and they have a good time. And we have our 21 rooms facility coming up, the Jesse Guest House. That will be commissioned hopefully by next month, June. We have another VIP swimming pool coming up there that the adults can have extra time. So Jesse Lodge is there for everybody. We provide entertainment for everybody. Whether you want to celebrate your kid's birthday, we are here for you. If you want to have that weekend escape with your loved ones, we're here for you. If you want to have your wedding anniversary celebration in an elaborate format, we are here for you. If you want to have your press conference, we are here for you. Matter of fact, our facility has internet connectivities where you come here while you're drinking your beer, you have access to free internet. We just open our gift shop. If you come here to just see the place and you change your mind, you want to swim, you could get a swimming suit or swimming shorts from right in our gift store that you can be able to get a taste of the refreshing waters. So we're all about entertainment, and it's our goal to expand to other counties. We're looking at Grand Cayman, we're looking at Lofa County, even beyond, depending on the road network. Well, so I just want to say thank you to KNTV. KNTV has been our reliable partner for years now. The KNTV helped me in a positive way when I started my insurance journey. They ran my commercial, and they're still doing that. And now they are supporting us again. So if you are out there in the diaspora or in Liberia and you have a business, support KNTV. They are the real deal. I mean, don't overlook them. They have the ability to make your business reach to a diverse audience, whether on YouTube, whether on Instagram, whether on Facebook, on their website, whatever the case may be, they can do that. And if you don't have someone to do your commercial, call them. They will do the recording, they will edit it and publish it for you. So I want to say thank you to KNTV for being there for us. This is Jesse Lodge. My name is Peter Masukwe. You're most welcome anytime.